there play out there, double teaming you, or does that just happen to be the defense, the offensive pickup?
No, I guess that was just the offensive plan, but I just need to be better on the double team rush.
This opportunity you guys have in Philly, especially against that offensive line, how much are you just sort of craving the opportunity to just get on film yourself against that? I know you go against good guys here with like Wyatt and Joel, but just going against that caliber of offensive linemen to kind of test yourself.
Yeah, I mean, great opportunity. You know, they have a lot of great players up there. You know, they work really well together, so it'll be a good, challenge for us. You know, our D line to go against them, and our individual battles within that.
When you say you have to be better on the double team rush, then when you watch the video, what could you have done more?
Keep my pad level down. Keep driving my feet. Just be more active.
As you've gone back and had a chance to sort of watch the tape back, just how did you sort of feel in the context of the film actually out there versus what you were just doing in the moment? How do you kind of feel your NFL debut of the season?
I mean, it went all right. You know, I just feel like I need to work on some stuff, my double team rushes, and then just keeping my pad level down in the run game.
Mason, when we talked to Millie Collins, he said you guys trained together in Houston the offseason, and you just kind of showed up or called him. Why was that so important?
I just like the way he plays, and then when I seen he got signed here, I immediately attached myself to him, and that's a player, has done a lot of good things. You know, he can really rush the passer, so I just thought, I've seen him around before, because we worked with the same guy, but just thought he was a good, veteran player that I should, try to model after and do what he does.
So you had watched a bunch of his film previously. What do you like so much about his game?
I just like his twitchiness, and he's sudden. He can he'll run through guys, and he'll just make people miss too. So I just feel like he's all around good player.
Mason, you and Carson both had nice debuts against the Panthers. What did you think of Carson's game when maybe you got a chance to watch it again a little bit on film or whatever?
Yeah, I feel like he's always around the ball, somehow, some way. Just always around the ball, and that's what you want from a linebacker. Helping the front out with calls, and all of us kind of just working together.
And do you feel like you two, as the big name acquisitions on defense this season, showed out pretty well in that game together?
Yeah, I can only speak for myself. I mean, he did a good job too, but definitely things I need to improve on.
Mason, I know after the combine we talked about your weight and kind of non-story that was, but how do you feel like your body composition has changed working with these guys, and are you happy with where you are now so close to the season?
Yeah, I'm getting closer and closer to where I want to be. I just want to build more strength. I've leaned out, but just building more strength is now the biggest goal for me.
Have you done those scans that you guys have to measure muscle mass, and have you increased that?
Yeah, I've increased. My last scan, I dropped 10 pounds of fat and then gained 3 pounds of muscle, but just trying to get better. And I don't want to drop any more fat, but keep on going.
290?
I'm 290, yeah.
Mason, did anything stand out about just going up against NFL offensive linemen and pros? Anything stand out about maybe different from when you're rushing against college guys?
I just feel like the experience level, everyone that starts now is really experienced and has seen a lot of seen and played a lot of football. So I just guess that's the biggest difference. I wouldn't say it's crazy faster than college, but just different technique on defense personally.
I know you're picking the brain of a lot of guys through training camp and camp, but after that first preseason game, did things get more intentional? Were you able to focus in on things you wanted to talk to the veterans about?
Just game plan stuff. Things change depending on the week, but really just the fundamentals, just getting better at that. Talking with other guys along the front, how do they do some stuff and what works for them, and then how do they see it work for me.
Did anything surprise you, like your first live action? It was only 13 snaps. Were you okay with everything?
Yeah, I mean, nothing really surprised me. I just, it's myself that needs to get better, work on those things, like I said, pad level, and I'll be just fine.
I know we've asked you about Miles before, but the longer you're with him, what stands out? It just stands out about him, and what can you take from his game, if anything?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of stuff he does on the field you can't, replicate. It's just Miles. But, I mean, he knows football. He knows situations. He gives, good calls when he sees something. We talk about it after, just kind of, just staying in the game, communicating throughout the game, just keeping each other updated.
Mason, you had your first taste of joint practice last week. Now that you kind of know what to expect a little bit, what are you hoping to get out of this week's sessions with the Eagles?
Just good competition. They won the Super Bowl last year, so that's a high pedestal, and we want to show them that we can play with them and be at that high caliber. And I mean, that's really what we're going to go out there and try and do.
good.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yep.